with you. Let me just check. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah. As I've told you, before starting our meeting today, I've been calling some people and they're, I don't know. It's like the whole world is on their shoulders. They're really losing motivation nowadays. Maybe it's because of the weather, or maybe, there's something going on in their personal life. But we always have to go back to our why. We must find our why. And these are just some tips on how to fuel our drive. Because not every day we are motivated, not every day we wanted to push through on our projects, and not every day we can have a smile on our faces. Okay? So, first one is unlocking purpose, motivation, and action. Let's talk about three words that can completely change the way we show up every day. So, first and foremost, let's talk about purpose. As we all know, always discussing in every seminar, in every success academy, our purpose is our why, correct? It's the deeper reason behind what we do. Without purpose, even the most exciting opportunities can start to feel empty. But when you're clear on your why, every challenge becomes meaningful. Think about it. People don't get inspired by what you do, they get inspired by why you do it. Okay, I believe some of you may have heard this phrase already, but I the more I age and the more I have an experience in doing the atomy business, the more I am able to understand what it means by purpose or by why. Okay. And second is the motivation. Motivation is the fuel that gets us moving. Sometimes it's external recognition, rewards, encouragement, but the most powerful motivation is the internal. Do you know what is the internal motivation? Any guess? What are the internal motivation that is happening in our life? Let's find a volunteer here. What do you think are the internal motivation? Any suggestions? No, there is no wrong answer, okay? So don't be shy. Loredana, do you have maybe some internal motivation that you can say? Just give me like one type or two types. According to your knowledge, there's no wrong answer.
Mm, I don't know if it's right what I will tell you. I think internal motivation it means for me like the fact that I want to evolve and want to learn more things. So it's something for me internally, and the fact that I want something more than I have right now, even if it's something external like physical things and I don't know, a house or maybe a car, but it's the fact that I want to grow something what is mine, like a business, or so it's a little part internal. I don't know if it's correct, but
Yes, it is. It
I
is
try.
actually. It is. It is. As I've said, there's no wrong answer, but I get what you want to say. So it comes from passion, from growth. This is what you're trying to say. You want to grow, and from wanting to make a difference, right? Because the more we achieve our goal from our passion, the more we will see a difference not only in ourselves, but also in the lives of others. And here's the truth: when times get tough, it's purpose that keeps our action alive or our motivation alive, right? And finally, action. Action is where it all comes together. Purpose without action is just a dream. Motivation without action is just a feeling. But when you take consistent steps, even small ones, that's when transformation happens. I've heard some of the people say like, there's nothing happening in my atomy business. But yeah, the moment they think about like, oh, there's nothing happening in my atomy business, then their motivation drops, right? And they tend to stop. But even if what I can advise you according to my experience, even if you don't see anything happening on your atomy business right now, every small step that you do will really result to something bigger in the future. And I could really attest that because it what was happened to my atomy business in the past 5 years. And one step today, another tomorrow, and suddenly you're miles ahead of where you started. So here's the key, okay? When you align your purpose, fuel it with motivation, and turn it into action, you don't just move forward. You actually create momentum, and momentum is what inspires others to follow, okay? Next one, I have a question. Okay, but I will not ask you. I will not ask any volunteers. I just wanted to let you think. Why do you actually get out of bed every morning? Okay, I want you to take a second and really think about this question. Most of us wake up because we have to, right? We have to go to work, we have to pay our bills, we have to bring our kids to school. It's a routine, correct? We've got responsibilities or people depending on us, and that's fine. But here's the thing, if that's all there is, it can feel like we're just going through the motions. As I've said, it's a routine. The people who inspire us the most, leaders, innovators, even everyday heroes, get out of bed not just because they have to, but because they have a deeper reason, a why that pulls them forwards. And the truth is, each of us has one too. It might be your family, it might be your dreams, it might be the impact you want to make. When you wake up connected to your why, suddenly that day feels different. It's no longer just another Monday. It's another chance to live your purpose. So I will tell you one, yeah, very one example that I have experienced in my life. So now I'm learning French because now I
Because
have
now
a
I have a
purpose. Before, when I was wanting to learn French, I didn't really have the drive and I didn't really have the purpose. But now, the moment I felt the purpose, the moment I understand why do I need to learn it, I just love it. I just get up and I just feel so excited to go to my class and listen to the professor and so excited to learn and to speak the language. So the feeling gets really different, gets really exciting when you really feel the purpose of why you have to do certain things. So that's also the same thing as why you need to wake up or get up from your bed in the morning. So let me share you the golden circle. Maybe some of you may know Simon Sinek model. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but it's his model, okay? It has three parts on the outside. We have what we do, in the middle, how we do it, the process or values that make us unique, and the very center, the most important part of this circle is why. So as we've said, this why is our purpose, our cause, our belief. Now, here's what's fascinating. Most people and organizations work from the outside in. They can tell you what they do, some tell you how they do it differently, but very few can clearly say why they do it. Okay? So, great leaders, though, do the opposite. They start with why and move outward. So, first, they tell why, what's their purpose in doing this business, what's their purpose in motivating others, and so on. Think about it. Apple doesn't just say we make computers, correct? That's the what. Instead, they say we believe in challenging the status quo and thinking differently. That's their why. And that's what inspire people because people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. So if we want to inspire ourselves and others, we have to start here in the center, in our inner core with why. Because again, if we are just doing something without purpose, we are just doing it like a routine, but we don't really, fantasize, or we don't really feel the purpose or the goal. Why are we doing a certain thing? So, as I've told you about Apple, so one of the real life example of this amazing model, circle model. Okay, now we've looked at how powerful it is when leaders and companies know their why. But let's bring this closer home to you. Okay, I would like you to ask yourself, what drives you? What gives you energy? What would you fight for even if it was hard? Your why doesn't have to be something massive, like changing the world or inventing the next iPhone. Yeah, because we cannot invent an iPhone if we don't really exert a lot of effort or a lot of learnings to do it. It could be providing for your family, it could be creating opportunities for others, it could be proving to yourself that you can do something you once thought was impossible, right? When I say, yeah, it's not only about you doubting yourself, but also maybe some people didn't believe in you and you wanted to achieve something for yourself that later on will make you proud and also will change the way other people see you. Okay? And here's the key, your why is deeply personal. Your why is not identical to the why of other people because it's really personal, right? Why it's not about what sounds impressive to others. It's about what truly matters to you. And once you connect with that why, everything else
Everything else
becomes
becomes
clear.
clear.
Decisions get easier, motivation lasts longer, challenges become stepping stone instead of roadblocks. This is what I really find with others. For example, when they start doing that business, they're so rushing, they're so motivated to do it. And then when they have struggles, difficulties, rejections, they start dropping down. Do you want to know why? Because their why is not deep enough to pursue, right? I have seen a lot of people like this, but sooner or later, once they realize, like, oh, my why cannot really make me fall asleep, or I'm waking up at night because of thinking my why. So it really means that they really wanted to achieve their goal and that their why is very strong. So now I have a very short activity. It's a 30 seconds or to a minute activity to everyone. I would like you to get something you could write on. It can be a paper, so you need a pen, or it can be your notes on your phone, anything that you could write on. For 30 seconds, I would like you to write down. So, this is the first thing that you have to do, okay? Write down one thing in your life that gives you the most energy, the things that makes you feel alive. Just one. Okay, so 30 seconds starts now. Later on, I'm gonna ask two representatives to share us what did you write on and why. Okay, so your time starts now. Write down one thing in your life that gives you the most energy, the things that makes you feel alive. Think about something that makes you feel alive. Okay? Number two, now write down one thing you do that you're proud of. Something you'd want others to remember about you. Just one thing. One thing you do that you're proud of. Something you'd want others to remember about you. Just one. Not two, not three, but one. Okay. And finally, this is very important. Write down one person or group you do anything for the people who matter most to you. I think I already know some answers here. Okay, finally, write down one person or group you do anything for the people who matter most to you. So, who matter most to you? Okay. And now I will give you a minute to look at what you wrote. Look at what you wrote. Read it. Why? Because somewhere in those answers lies a clue to your why, your purpose, your deeper reason. Hold on to that because that's the fuel that can drive everything else you do. So, first is one thing you're proud of. The second is the person you do anything for, and the person who matters most to you. And the last one, no, that's the third one, that's the last one. And the second one is one thing you do that you're proud of. Something that clicks into your mind like right away. Okay, so now I wanted to ask two volunteers who wants to volunteer.
Email.
Is Esther, do you want to volunteer?
No.
No, no, no. Okay, okay, okay. I'll mute you muna, okay? So, who would like to volunteer and share your answers with us? Just volunteer. Raise your hand or unmute yourself. Who's the bravest one?
Okay, me.
Okay, Diamond Master Melba, go ahead.
The first one. My answer was workout. After workout. After workout, I feel like I can run the the marathon. I have the stamina, the how do you call that? I have a lot of energy and I feel stronger and I feel I can do more. So that's my energy during the day. And the second is caring. I'm proud that I care for all the people around me. And the last one is family. Yeah, I think it's because I care for my family. That's my answer.
Thank you very much, Diamond
That-
Master Melba. So, your answer is basically your purpose is your family.
yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much. As yeah, I believe every one of us, most of our purpose is our family because we won't even work if it's not because of our family, right? We won't even do what we are doing now if not even for our family. Thank you very much, Melba. And next, who would like to share your answer? I think Tita Zen, she's writing a lot, so let's hear it from her.
Hello, good evening.
Tita, you have echo.
Good evening. Because remove. It's okay. It's okay now. Okay.
Yes, yes.
First of all, what we are proud of. The first question. We are proud of being good parents and good person to everyone as much as we can. And the people that matters to us. That's it. The people that matters to us is, of course, first of all, the family always. The people around us, especially if I am with the Atomy family, of course, it is our upline and the rest of our team. And of course, to people who are doing good, that is always the things that matters most for us. And the third, uh, I think I mixed everything. I mixed my answers to all this. What is the third?
The third question is like a write down one person or group you do anything for. I think you said family and your groups.
Our dream?
No, finally write down one person or group you do anything for. The people who matter most to you.
The people. I think all the time we are doing this to old people. We're No, it's just giving an example because mostly old people cannot do anything anymore. If you give a good example to everyone, to old people like us, then they will be more motivated to do better than they're doing, not just waiting for our retirement. But we have to do something else, and we can do something else if we want to. That's why we're motivated to always to speak people. When we are in the metro, when we're outside, we try to speak to people. And that matters really because they appreciated so much that we can do something else, even though we're old people. It's really very hard to be old already. I forget. We're taking the tour machine, and it's very very good. I had my knee problem because I kneel. Just to share you, I'm sorry, yeah, but it's really very effective. I felt my knee are getting better, and I want to share it. You should try it. It's really very good. I had a knee accident. Yes, that's what Tito was telling me. And now I had Turmacine. I tried it, and even Tito Al is using it now, and it's really very good. Thank you so much. Sorry to take your time.
Thank you, Tita Zen. Yeah, Tita Zen is also, Tita Zen and Tito Alder are really one of the great examples of inspiration to others. Because as she said, despite their age, they could do something. They could do something different. And we will feel that it's really the purpose. Because not because we are getting older, we have to wait for our retirement or just sit at home, but we could actually have this time to inspire other people to do something because we are capable to do something more, even if we are older. So thank you very much, Tita Zan and Tutual, for inspiring not only the young ones, but also the old ones, right? Thank you very much. So now, those are our short activity. I hope that you find your purpose and that you are really getting to be more motivated on why you want to achieve your goals and your dreams. So I would just like to share to you how to fuel your drive in three basic principles. I know maybe you've heard it a lot of times, but these are just basic principles. Now that you've thought about your why, let's talk about how to keep it alive, how to actually fuel your drive. I want to share you three simple principles. They may sound small, but they can completely change the way you show up. The first principle is what we called start small, but start. No matter how small it is, we have to start. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but we often wait for the perfect moment, right? The perfect plan or the perfect conditions before we act. But progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from starting. Even one tiny step in the right directions builds momentum. Remember that. And principle number 2, we have to stay consistent even when it's hard. Everything gets harder and harder every day. Motivation can get you started, but consistency is what keeps you moving. It's about showing up on the days you don't feel like it. Because success isn't built in big bursts. It's built in daily deposits, right? We cannot actually put $5 million into our bank account just like that, but we have to work for it every month in order for us to reach our goal of $5,000, right? And number 3, surround yourself with energy and support. Very important. We rise higher when we're around people who push us forward. The right environment fuels your motivation, while the wrong one drains it. Choose to be around people and communities that inspires growth. So remember, start small, stay consistent, and surround yourself with the right energy. That's how you take your why and turn it into unstoppable drive. Lastly, now, inspiration is great. Reflection is powerful, but none of it matters if we don't act. So here's my challenge for you. This week, write down one thing you've been putting off, just one, and then take the very step forward to it. It doesn't have to be something huge. In fact, smaller is better. Maybe it's making the phone call, it's starting that project you've been avoiding, maybe it's committing 15 minutes a day to something that matters to you. Because the truth is, clarity doesn't come from overthinking, it comes from doing, right? Action creates momentum, and once you start moving, it gets easier to keep going. It becomes a habit, but the habit will give you the motivation to move forward and reach your goals. So let us make this practical. By the end of the week, you look back and say, I did it, I started, and that single step will put you on a whole new path. Now, here is to find your why, fuel your drive, and live it with purpose. We've already talked about purpose, we've talked about motivation, we've talked about action. But if you take only one thing with you today, let it be this one. Find your why, because when you know your purpose, you'll always have direction. Fuel your drive, because purpose without energy fades. Consistency and community keep it alive. And most importantly, live it with purpose. Don't just think, don't just talk about it. Put it into action every single day. Because the world doesn't need more people who are just going through the motions. It needs people who are lit up by their why, people who are moving forward with drive, people who live intentionally. So when you wake up tomorrow and ask yourself, why am I getting out of bed? May the answer not be obligation, not your basic routine, but may it be your purpose. Again, you have to find your why, you have to fuel your drive, and you have to live your purpose. So I hope we get a lot of information tonight, and maybe if some of you doesn't know what your why is, I hope one day in every small steps that you do, you will get or dig deeper into your purpose and find your why.